Hey guys, Shannon here. Welcome back to your Keep Your Money bundle. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how you can live 1 month ahead. And for this example, I'm going to be using an example of a business budget. So, also for this example, I'm going to be using the software called You Need a Budget. Now, if you're not familiar with the software, it does have a high learning curve. I teach all about how you can use it in the Net Worthy Woman, but you can use this with any budget that you have right now. So, whether you have an Excel spreadsheet, whether you have it in a Google Doc right now, wherever you have your budget, you can use any of the things I'm showing you today with your budget. Now, I'm going to highly encourage you to check out You Need a Budget. They give a 34-day free trial. So, as you're doing this bundle and going through this bundle, because I'm using it in the next tutorial too, is that you can try it out for the 34 days, see if you like it. It does have a high learning curve, like I said before. So it does take a little while to get used to, but it's a life-changing tool that I would highly encourage you to check out for the 34-day free trial at least. Okay, so for this example, I am using a business budget and I am basically going to be allocating money and showing you how you can break the paycheck to paycheck cycle with the money you have coming in for that month. So, see this little box up here that says $6,394. I basically put it into the system that this is the amount of money that this person is going to be making in their business. Let's say, for the sake of simplicity, as I'm recording, it's the 1st of July. So, let's say the 1st of July, you know that in your business, you are having $6,394 come into your account. And of course, this is also applicable to personal budgets. It's the same strategy, it's the same method. So if you know you're going to be paying yourself, $6,000 for the month of July, it's the same exact thing. All right. So how would we allocate this money? How would we set this up so we can actually save money? And what I'm going to be showing you is where you can break the paycheck to paycheck cycle. So I kind of call it living 1 month ahead. That's also what YNAB calls it. And I do this with my budget. I've been doing this, I've been living 1 month ahead probably for about a year and a half now. And it helps to break that pressure of always looking for the next payment and the next payment and the next payment. And I'm going to show you why. It's because basically you are not, no, you're no longer looking at the money that you make for the month of July is no longer going towards next week's bills, or it's no longer, you're not like waiting for the client payment to then pay for the bill that you have coming in 2 weeks from now. Living 1 month ahead means all of the money that you would make in the month of July, once you are ahead, would then go towards August expenses. So every single month in my budget, I don't have to wait until the money comes in, or I don't have to try and calculate how much money I'm making. I already have my next month money already in my account. So when I come to the 1st of August, I budget my money and I budget it based upon what is already in my account. So then any other money that comes in the month of August then goes towards September's budget. So it really helps you to just get ahead. And it's such a sorry, excuse me. It's such a great way pregnancy brings lots of noises. It's such a great way for you to start saving. So I'm not gonna say, like, go out and save 6 months of expenses, go out and create a 3-month savings account. I'm saying start with this simple exercise here, and I'm going to be showing you how you can do this. All right, so let's get started. So, for this budget, what I'm going to be doing is pretty much allocating money to all of the expenses. I'm going to try to do the tax. I don't know if that's going to really complicate things. So, what I'm going to do just for this example is I'm going to leave the taxes out. I don't want to complicate things. People have different ways of calculating their taxes. So, I'm going to leave the taxes out, but of course, those need to be paid. I'm just going to actually allocate for this person's expenses. Okay. So they know they have this much money coming in. They also know that, let's say, they need to make a credit card payment. Let's say, now their credit card over here is at zero, but I'm going to put in and see what happens. I don't know if it's going to make me um, go back through and put an example in, but let's say their credit card payment is like $150. All right, perfect. They didn't make me do anything. Okay. They also budget. Now you can take a lot of tips from this example around what your budget should look like and what you need to be budgeting for. Credit card interest is one thing I didn't budget for at all in my business until I started paying off credit card debt. And then I realized, oh my God, yeah, I am paying credit card interest. Okay, so let's say they're going to make a credit card payment for $150. And let's say they're carrying a balance of maybe like $3,000. I'm going to come up with just like an easy example. So let's say their credit card interest is maybe right now around like $60. Okay. And then they're paying for a convert kit, and convert kit for them is like I started paying annually, so now I forget all these numbers, but I'm going to start plugging in some numbers. As I'm plugging in these numbers, you can watch this green number go down, okay? So they're paying $35 for lead pages, they pay 15 bucks a month for Zoom. They're paying for Acuity. Let's say they're in some type of membership. That's like $45 a month. Okay, I'm going to skip this part. I'm going to skip this part and I'm going to skip this part. We are coming back to this right here, and that's where I'm going to show you how to save. Okay, now we have a couple other different things we need to do. We have to pay our virtual assistant this month, and we pay her $1,000. I also have to pay the graphic designer because say you have like a big launch coming up and she's got to redesign some sales pages. That's around $2,000. Oh, I have a business coach that I have to pay. I pay her $2,000 a month. And I have Facebook ads that I pay $500 a month. All right. And again, of course, there has to be money left over for taxes, but for simplicity's sake, we are just talking about saving money right now. Okay. So you can see at the end of this budget, this person has $508 left. One other little thing I want to talk about so you can actually have that room for savings is creating this little bucket called stuff I forgot to budget for. So I always like to put in around $100 here. For you, it might be completely different. It's basically just anything that pops up. Like I had to pay recently, I had to pay something to the state of New Jersey. It was like 50 or $100. I have to do it every year. And I always forget to budget for it. So that would be used for this category. Or if you see a Facebook ad for like a really nice $27 tripwire offer you want, or you forgot that, this month is the month where you pay for, let's say, insurance for some reason, you pay your insurance premium or something. So that's where you would take the money from. Okay, now moving back to how do we save in our business and how do we live 1 month ahead? So, because when you do start living 1 month ahead, think of it that you're already living like you've already saved for 1 month's expenses. So it can make it easier than to be like, okay, now I only need 2 more months and I already have a 3 month savings account because you're living 1 month ahead and then you have 2 months of expenses saved. So for this example, what we need to know, and what everyone here needs to know, whether you have a budget or not, is you need to know your monthly business expenses. If you're using this for personal, you need to know your monthly personal expenses. You have to know this number in order for us to do this. Okay. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through, I'm going to click on here. I'm going to click on here, and here. All right. So I have budgeted for all of my expenses $5,986. Let's just round it up and say like your monthly business expenses are around $6,000. Okay. Now that also doesn't include paying yourself or savings or anything like that. So you can always make the choice if you want to lower that number to figure out some way to start paying yourself, start saving more money, start moving money around. I have a couple other videos on that and I will go way more into that into the net worthy woman. But on my YouTube channel, I talk about other ways we can really be flexible with our budget. But let's just say that's what it is. It's $6,000. So what we know now is in this category next month, I need $6,000 saved. But look at this. Isn't this great? I currently have $408 that is not being allocated anywhere in my budget. So I'm going to take this $408 and I'm going to move it to next month. Now, I only need to save $5,600, right? To get to my point. And it might take a couple more months. And guess what? That's okay, guys. But now look at this. For the first time in your life, maybe you have not spent every penny in your bank account and you are going to leave this beautiful, good number right there. You're not going to spend it on anything else. It has already been allocated, that it is only going to be saved for your next month expenses, your next month bucket. That's what I like to call them. So for your next month bucket. And look at that. Look at that. Look how easy that was, right? Like, look at how simple and easy things can be when you actually just sit down and just lay out your numbers instead of trying to like pull them out of your butt and like figure out how you can scrimp and save or do this or whatever. It's just like, okay, here's my expenses. Here's what I need to do. Look at me. I'm saving money. I saved $400 for the first time in my freaking life. I did it. All right, guys. So that's the really simple, easy example for being like, this is how we start saving. This is how you actually break the paycheck to paycheck cycle is you live 1 month ahead of your expenses. So what will continue to happen is in the month of August, in the month, this will like flash forward, but there won't be anything there. So for the month of August, for the month of September, let's say you just keep chucking away that $400, that $400, that $400, you're going to get to 6,000. If you think that's taking too long, well, guess what? You can maybe cut back on some other things. Maybe the coach, the contract with your coach ends soon. Maybe you cut back on the Facebook ads. Maybe you cut back on the virtual assistant or the graphic designer, or maybe you cut back on, you start using any of these subscriptions, less and you cut back on them. There's always choices to be made within your budget of deciding how fast or how slow you want to get somewhere. And it truly is up to you. Like you get to decide these numbers. If you don't like that it's taking this long to live 1 month ahead and save 1 month expenses, well, then move your expenses around, girl, and figure something out where you can pull some money from. If you pulled this money from your virtual assistant and your graphic designer for 1 month, let's say you're just like, listen, for 1 month, I need to pause and we'll be right back to like getting things started or whatever, but I just need a 1 month pause. And so we stop our virtual assistant, we stop our graphic designer, and then the contract with our coach ends. Let's see what would happen. All right, we are at $5,408. And guess what? Huh, maybe we stop the Facebook ads too, and that will get us to our living 1 month ahead. How awesome is that? Did we need another $100 here? What you could do is you could go to the end of the month and then say, hey, maybe you did budget for everything. Okay, cool. All right. And that will then definitely get us, yes, definitely get us to your 1 month ahead. That's it. 1 month, you could do it in 1 month. This budget, which is a pretty hefty one for a business to have $6,000 of expenses, could in 1 month come up with $6,000 to be saved. To be saved. Can you believe it? How exciting is that, right? All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned that there are choices to be made with numbers, that there are ways to create and save money. I hope you learned that there are so many different options available to you to be able to create the savings you want, to be able to change your money situation. And this is all about creating 1 month's expenses. So now, you know what? I'm like, wait a minute, wait, before I end this video, let me just say one more thing. So now what this means, right, is coming into the month of August. I just got to show you guys this before that because I'm sure this would be a question. So coming into the month of August, we cut everything off in July. We have the $6,000 here. What would happen is I would click on this. Now this is very YNAB specific. You need a budget specific, but I can show you how then it works. So then for the month of August, we would take that bucket and we would dump it all here. And then these would all be empty because we would have paid for all these things in the month of July. And then we would just disperse them all throughout. We'd take our virtual assistant back, graphic designer back, all these people back. And then what would happen is in the month of August, as you get paid from people on August 5th, August 8th, August 15th, August 20th, you put all of that money right here and you're living 1 month ahead. And that's it, right? And now we know in this bucket, we need $6,000. Okay. So let's make it happen. All right, finally. Okay, that's it. That's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you in the next one. And if you have any questions about You Need a Budget, feel free to reach out to me. You can email me back with the emails that you've got from here. I also have my email address listed on the Teachery dashboard for this course, shannon@shannondpalma.com. And if you want to learn even more about how to use You Need a Budget, sign up for the waitlist for Networthy Woman. It opens in January 2022. And I will see you guys then. All right. Bye, guys.